Tell me something about yourself.
Hello, sir. My name is Rohit Goel. I am born and brought up in Kolkata, Havra. I have done my schooling from Central End School, and after that, I started doing my graduation. I have completed my graduation from Calcutta University, and along with that, I have done my CA course. I have completed my CA in May 22, and right now working in Deloitte, India. After completing my IPCC, I have started doing my articleship. I have done my articleship from Saraf and Chandra for a year, and then from Nirmal Kaushik and Company. During articleship, I have done statutory audit of a listed company, unlisted company, PSU companies as well, concurrent audit of a bank, stock audit of a pharmaceutical company. I have done work in direct taxation in all the three types of advisory litigations and compliances. I have done litigations work by filing appeal through CIT appeal, ITET, and appearing through High Court and High Court as well. I have done GST audit works and legal compliances and ROC compliances as well. That's all.
इसमें ये ऐड कर लेना कि I wanted to join your HUL because I was deeply interested to get into FMCG sector. I also heard about the culture is very good out here. तो ये चीज आपको बोलना है. दूसरा ऑडिट थोड़ा कम बोल सकते हैं और कंप्लायंसेस और ये लिटिगेशन टैक्सेशन वाला आप ज्यादा दिखा सकते हैं. डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट में मेरा काफी अच्छा एक्सपोजर रही है बिकॉज दिस प्रोफाइल ऑफ हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर इज लिटिल बिट inclined towards that profile. ठीक है.
And
And
you can help the organization for claiming refund of around INR 100 crore rupees in the Deloitte receipt.
बढ़िया. Second question, okay. Okay. What were your major observations or many major achievements if you had, okay, during your articleship also or also in the Deloitte?
Yeah, sure. There were many achievements that I've earned during my articleship and even during the Deloitte. The main thing that the main issues were there during the tax articleship were in case of taxation was litigation part, where the clients have lost the money, where there's a demand of INR 100 crore rupees, 10 crore rupees of one of the clients and all. And to save that amount, that was one of the most important issue at that point of time. I have worked a majorly part in that, have taken various case laws, have studied everything and prepared a submission very long period of time and taken my time to prepare the submission appearing through ITET and all. And I've saved around like 10 crore rupees during my articleship of one of my client. And in case of an Deloitte working as an, I've saved mainly around 100 crore rupees, 90 crore rupees of one of the client. That is, I guess, one of the biggest achievement of my life, because saving the money is one of the biggest achievement and a harder task to be in, to be honest. That is what
How did you save the money? Could you elaborate on this? The 90 crore.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can give you one example of one of my client. What has happened? Like, he had a demand of around INR 10 crore rupees. During the, what has happened? Like, he has sold some shares during the assessment year 14-15. I can tell you. Now, what has happened is that at that point of time, at the time of ITR, he was forgotten to take that amount in the ITR. He was unable to disclose it 14 crore rupees of income. But what has happened? He has also not taken the loss also. He has the loss also for around 15 crore INR at that point of time. He has been taken these two things. Now the demand has came that you haven't submitted the amount of INR, that you have sold the amount of 14 crore rupees of capital gain that was there. So you haven't disclosed that income. So they have taken the demand and given the intimation. But what has happened that client forgotten to take the intimation as he haven't received any information of messages and all. So after that, the order has received 143.3 assessment order has received by the client regarding the penalty and everything demands of like around 20 crore rupees that you haven't paid this amount and all, and we are doing that. After certain point, we get to know about the thing. So we have filed the submission, written submission that the same shouldn't be charged as INR 14 crore, because since if you are charging the INR demand of 14 crore, there should be also a loss of 20 crore rupees which has been taken during that period of time should also be adjusted. And after taking that adjustment, there should not be any demand, rather a refund. We have filed a revised ITR for the same also and filed a written submission of that. But they didn't apply. They said that no, you are saying these things only to save your money and everything. And they've referred the case to CIT appeal. Then we went to the CIT appeal by filing submission. Form 35 we have filed, and we filed everything that the client was going through a certain issues and all, due to which some of the times they were forgotten to reply the cases and everything, and now they get to know and they are filing every details they have. They know that they are filing everything and they have the clear detail that they have the profit of 14 lakh rupees and as well as the loss of 20 lakh rupees, which result into a nil of total demand and a refund of INR. We are not allowing and claiming the refund amount as it is the foregone sale, but it is the part of that you should not clear the demand, and that is how we have saved and they have passed the demand.
जो आप आंसर बोला ना उसको शॉर्ट करके बोलने का कोशिश करिएगा, ठीक है। ये चीज है क्योंकि आप चाहते हैं कि वो ज्यादा से ज्यादा सवाल पूछे आपको, ठीक है। तो ये चीज है कि वो भी फिर आपको क्रॉस क्वेश्चनिंग पूछेगा तो आपका टाइम इन्वेस्ट हो सकता है, इसलिए तो चाहिए कोशिश करेगा कोई भी आंसर को 1 मिनट 60 सेकेंड 120 सेकेंड्स के अंदर में निपटाने का। दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ठीक है। विच इज गुड, ठीक है। व्हेन एंड हु कैन फाइल एन अपील बिफोर द ITAT?
So when and who can appeal? Any assessee whose income is more than 50 lakh rupees or demand of more than 50 lakh rupees can file an appeal to an ITAT. Or any person whose case has been gone against the CIT appeal, they can file an appeal.
What is DRP? Which type of SSC can go under DRP?
Now, the full form of DRP is dispute resolution professional. It is basically the profession which deals with transfer pricing or transfer pricing deals, any operations or transaction which is related to transfer pricing and litigation demand. DRP deals with the same. So if any issues are regarding transfer pricing, DRP deals with the same, and they transfer to the AO who deals and everything and passes the demand.
What do you know about HUL?
Say I know HUL is a very big organization and a part of FMCG. They were like started during 1933. The CEO or MD of it is Sanjeev Mehta sir, and is working in one of the biggest organization right now. It is one of the listed company and one of the very emerging growing organization company, and the work life of HUL is very good organization right now. They have the very good brand. They are very good at bringing the belt, and I know that working there is always a kind of honor for an employee working in the kind of MNC like HUL.
Do you know how the HUL deals with the inflation? Because there is an
Inflation.
inflation in the economy, yeah. How HUL
Yeah.
is keeping itself ahead of inflation, yeah.
Yeah. Since inflation is one of the major vital role they are playing, and inflation is like tougher to handle, most of the organization and company are not very tackle it. But I know that HUL is working very good in keen in taking the inflation as a deep. They are in the FMCG sector, and they are working clearly, and they are increasing their price based on the inflation on a slight basis, and they always work in a very keen way, and all. That is how they tackle. इसका मेरे को क्लियर कट आंसर नहीं पता था, सो घुमा के बोला। ताकि इसका क्या बोलना चाहिए था?
मैं आपको बता दूंगा, आप नोट करके रखिए। ओके, what is the corporate tax rate which is applicable to an HUL?
It's 30% because HUL is a listed company and its turnover is more than 400 crore rupees. So its tax rate is 30%. Surcharge will also be applicable at the rate 12%.
What is the effective tax rate?
Effective tax is the total tax rate which is being calculated like the 30% of income basic tax plus 12% of surcharge and basic education cess of 4%.
What are the latest budget amendments?
In case of, I can say that in case of in latest budget case, there was not much thing regarding the company or the organization, but it was much for the individuals. And basically, the main thing that highlighted during the current budget was to promote new regime taxation, where new regime taxation have been promoted a much. One of the main changes that I can say in case of company was in case of a special rates, where in case of section 11 BAB, where the latest it was there that the manufacturing company should be set up before 31st October 2019, but should be started working before 31st March 2023, but it has been extended to 2024. That was one of the major change in case of an organization, in case of a company, and there's no much changes in case of.
What is MAT?
MAT is basically minimum alternate tax that is being charged to the company. In a case of every company, they have to require to pay MAT tax as per normal provision of 15% of MAT, whichever is higher is the amount of tax that is a company is required to pay.
What do you know about section 47?
Can you just tell me what is section 47? I just can't recall what the name of the section. I know the provisions and all, but I don't know the section what it says.
Google.
Yeah, so section 47 is basically of a transfer of capital gain and all, where it says that at least 25% of the previous partnership partners should remain in the organization and foreign company should stay. That is what it says.
Repeat once.
At least 25% of the foreign partners should stay in the organization in the partners in the previous year that they were there.
This much is there in section 47.
Yeah, so far as I know.
You can check properly.
Okay, so it basically deal about the amalgamation of the company. So if in case the company is getting amalgamated, like the two foreign companies are getting amalgamated to one company, there is the provision that at least 25% of the old foreign company, that is 25% shareholder of the foreign company shall continue to remain the shareholder of same company in which they are getting amalgamated. So that is the clause which says that suppose company A is getting merged with company B. But in case of company A, at least 25% of the shareholder that were remain previously before they are getting married, before they are getting merged should be remain same in case of company C.
What do you know about the DTAA provisions?
DTAA is basically double taxation avoidance agreement which is being made. It is basically like in case of an NR, what is non-resident, what they happen is like, suppose if they are earning some money from Indian company. Now, what has happened that in case of earning money from different country, like suppose if USA, a person in USA is earning income from an India. So now he will be taxable in case of an India also in case of source of income, and he will be taxable also in case of USA as a resident of a person. Now to save that person from getting taxed twice, both in case of India and USA, the double taxation avoidance agreement provision has been made, where the person can pay tax in their resident country and they can take the credit of that company, credit of the payment in source country. Like suppose in case of our example, where in case of USA, if Indian company is paying, if he is paying tax in India also, now he can take a rebate in case of USA paying in the resident country. That is what DTAA says.
What is the difference between slum sale and itemized sale?
Slump sale is basically group of item of sale. It is a sale of group of items, like not selling a single item. Like suppose in an organization they are plant and machinery, furniture, equipment. So they are selling all plant and machinery, furniture and equipment, both the three things that are termed as slump sale. Whereas case of an itemable sale, it is of sale of a particular item, like of furniture.
Okay, what are the important ratios in financial statement?
Important ratio, I can say ROI, return of investment, debtors turnover ratio, inventory turnover ratio, return of investment ROI, and sales ratio and purchase ratio. They are the basic main.
Who are the competitors of HUL?
ITC.
How?
Since
In which, in which segment?
FMCG sectors. In case of an ITC,
HUL deals in how many segments? Which are the different segments HUL deals in?
Cosmetic products, HUL deal with food products, consumable products. These all the things HUL deal with. Whereas in case of an ITC also, it deal with consumable products and all. So they are the basic In some way, Reliance also
Uh,
are doing as
what
well.
was the latest merger of HUL? They had a latest merger, okay? You know about the latest merger of HUL with any company?
Uh, to be honest, I am not aware about the same, but I will honestly will check after the interview.
Yeah. Why want to leave Deloitte and come into HUL? Any particular reason?
The one of the major reason is that at the very beginning only I have decided like I have to work in an industry also. It was my dream at the initial stage also to work in an industry. At the time of CA pressure, when I cleared my May 22 exam, I wanted to be in the industry only basically. And working in an HUL was also my dream to be in the part of it. But at the initial stage, I was not getting much opportunity in case of an industries, and there were not much vacancies at that point of time. And I was aware that I have to do direct taxation. At that point of time, I have made my mind that I have to work in the field of direct taxation only. And to work in industry, that was also my plan and a clear-cut plan that I have to do. But during the initial stage, since I was not getting that much opportunity, so I have decided to plan to go to the one of the big four, that is Deloitte. And Deloitte, I know that one of the biggest big four organization where I can get much opportunity in case of an taxation as well, and that's why I've chosen. But after that, I get to know that HUL is hiring, and industry is one of my dream company, and that's why I've selected to switch.
What is the rebate under Section 87A?
A rebate under Section 87 is basically if gross total income, if any person, if any individual or SSC whose gross total income is up to 5 lakh rupees, then he is not required to pay. That is, he can take the rebate, like the amount of tax payable or 12,500 rupees, whichever is higher, he can take the rebate of that amount. That is 87A. And now you will be glad to know and happy to know that in case a person is opting for new regime, he can also take rebate under Section 87A. And for that person, total income is not up to 5 lakh, but it is up to 7 lakh 50,000 rupees, which has been extended in the current amendment. See, एक बार वो देख लीजिए 750 है ना.
मैं बता दूंगा आपको. If you're given an opportunity to work in the team of 15 people to manage, how will you manage a workforce of more than 15 people?
Yes. So to be honest, like I have the experience of this type of thing to working and managing the people also doing the articleship also as the last 6 months where I was working in my articleship period in Nirmal Kaushik and Company, where I have handled the whole organization as the partner of which who handles the direct taxation was out of town. And during that period of time, I have to handle the whole the clients as well, the people as well, the workload and everything. I know how to tackle this group of 15 people. I know to allot how to allot them the work to make them happy, to always have the time period to be given to them, like they have to complete the work within this time period and all. That is one of the main duty that I will be assigning to them, and I will be always motivating them to work well, to have a good opportunity as well, and to always grow better and better. That is one of the main thing that every people wants in today's life, to grow on a daily to daily basis. That is one of the main thing that I will be working on a player, and I will be always making them motivation and happy that they will be always happy with the organization to work with and always work within the time period.
What is the latest amendment which has come in the long-term capital gain on the residents? If there's any amendment or something which has come recently.
Oh no, there is no such. I think that a major long-term capital gain
There was
amendment is
some
there.
talk about na ki there has been some changes. It
No,
could be
but
revision of taxes. It has been told, right?
no, but there is still doesn't. There is not right now. It might can be happen in the future, but right now there is no such
What
amendment
is
in
the
case of the
long-term
tax.
capital gain right now on the sale of shares?
In case of sale of shares, if the section 11A applies, then it is 10% without indexation. and in other case it is 20%.
What is on long-term capital gain on mutual funds?
Mutual fund, it is 10%.
Okay. 10% what, with indexation or without indexation?
Without indexation.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I like to know, like, is there anything you can tell me, as you are the one of the senior manager of the organization and you have the various of experience working in a major of roles, and you are working right now from past 7 to 8 years, as seen in your LinkedIn profile and as well. Is there anything that you like to share to me, or to share to you, me as a younger chartered accountant, that what I should do to be a more understandable and more knowledgeable person in future and better?
This meeting will end, okay? I'll tell this answer in the next session, okay? They'll come into the same link. Sure. Thank you.